Welcome to the Portal Podcast on In Tune by Britt, your gateway to energy, abundance, and next level freedom. I'm Britt, and here we merge spiritual alignment with practical systems so you can expand your impact, your intuition, and your income. So take a deep breath, tune in, and let's step through the portal together. Welcome back to the Portal Podcast. I'm Britt Deanda, and I'm so happy and honored to be here with Chellie Carlson. Welcome back and welcome to the show.
So excited to drop in with you.
Me too. So Chellie helps so many women all over the world to transform through style, self-confidence, and tapping in to their true self. And I'm so excited to find out just more about your journey and share what you offer to the world. But first, I know all the listeners and my audience love to get the inside scoop on what your sun, moon, and rising sign is.
Yes. So I am a Sag sun, but I was born on the solstice, the winter solstice. So I am right on the cusp of Cap, but I'm mostly Sag, but I have a lot of Cap in me. And then my rising sign is Scorpio, and my moon is Aquarius.
I love that. And I was telling Chellie that I was tapping into her energy this morning and I felt the Aquarius energy and I didn't know before. And then, so my niece is on winter solstice too. And I was telling her, I'm like, do you know that so many people want to be born on the solstices because it's such a power day?
It is.
And it's
a big day.
Yeah. And then to have the Capricorn. So I'm a Cap rising. And that makes a lot of sense too with your business and just
thrive.
Yeah, your organization. Mm-hmm. So I love that. And then what about your human design?
Yes, I am a 2-4 emotional generator.
And we have the same, we figured out 2-4 generator. And that makes so much sense too. And do you find that you go with your gut? Because that's a big thing that I've learned.
I'm working on it. Yes.
Okay.
Every day I'm getting there and I have a very strong yes or no, keeps getting stronger.
Yes. Okay. Because the 2-4 is a lot about responding and then it's the sacral energy of it's typically with your intuition in general, but also for us in a big way that like first gut feeling that we just know.
Gotta go with.
Right away. Yes. I love that. So would love for you to just share in your words just a little bit more about who you are, what you do, and how you came
Wow,
here.
who I am. So I grew up on a farm in Missouri. Farm girl. I got the love of fashion and style from my mom.
Okay.
She loved to sew. She loved to create beautiful things. And also based on my human design and gene keys, like what I'm doing right now is exactly what I'm sent here to do. But I didn't realize this until the age of 40. So I did go to school to study fashion in Missouri.
Okay.
So this is it doesn't matter where you get your degree. But I got a fashion degree from Missouri.
Okay.
And then I moved to Chicago to spend 21 years. Out of those 21, I spent 20 working for a lingerie brand. And I found this job on Craigslist. I never thought I would still be working with them for 20 years. So the beauty of this role, connecting the dots backwards, I had many roles within the company, but I got to see women in their most, naked and afraid, vulnerable state, showing me their breasts, telling me how much shame they had around their size. All of the larger breasted women want to be smaller, smaller breasted want to be larger. There was so much confusion around, what size am I? I don't love my body. I don't love my breasts. So I was seeing this daily and women would come and work with me and I would fit them and they would instantly feel safe and comfortable. I put them in the right bra and it would light them up. They would instantly look taller, more confident and feel safer in their bodies when the bra felt really good in alignment with them. And they would hug me and they would say, Chellie, what you just did for my bras, I want you to do for my whole wardrobe. Can you help me? And I always knew I would be a founder. I come from a family of entrepreneurs. It's in my blood.
Okay.
And I just didn't, for years, I said, I'm going to be a stylist. I'm like, but I didn't have a Northern Star. I didn't have someone who I thought during that time, I didn't have someone who I looked up to. And so I just kept following my intuition. And then finally, I started side hustling. I built a website. I made business cards. And for a year and a half, I side hustled until I started making more money side hustling than I did in my retail job. And in my retail job at that time, I made very little money. You know, I like to share with people it was a retail position. I loved it, had flexibility, and I loved the work I did, but there was no potential
To
growth
move
or
up
to move
and
up and
build
to
wealth.
build wealth. Like there
Yeah.
was no hope. It was a low salary. And so I made more money and I was like, I'm ready to go. And I founded 2 weeks before COVID hit. So we had a
Wow.
mutual termination. I left the company and 2 busy weeks where I was just flying high, loving life. And I also like to share that 2 other things. I founded at the age of 40. So
So
it's
huge.
never too late. And I also founded with less than $10,000 to my name. I never had any savings. I never had any level of, you know, that behind me. And I knew I was like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to be fine. And then COVID hit. And looking back, it was the perfect gift for the world and for my industry and what I was about to do to transform wardrobes. It then gave me time to step back. I never once thought I'm going to go back and work for a corporate company. I got out of the matrix.
You knew.
I knew. And I knew it gave me the opportunity to hire my first coach, which I love sharing this part. Took me months to convince myself to do this and go with this coach. She changed my life. She helped me create my 3-step methodology that I still use today. At that time, it was a $3,000 investment. It was basically almost half of my savings. I put into this one coach for a 3-month container. And it literally, she said, you're going to stop doing hourly. This is your package. You're going to sell this. And at that time, what she wanted me to sell it at, my scarcity mindset was saying no one's going to pay $2,500 for this service. Like that's so
It
expensive.
felt like way too
felt
much.
like way too much.
Okay.
And now I can't even do the math, but my value in my service is like, I don't even know, 15x that, maybe
Now,
20x
yeah.
now.
And how many years later? Not that
4 years.
but yeah, 4 years
4
later.
years
That's
later, I
so
don't count
fast.
2020 because we were all locked up. So yeah, it happened really fast. But the moment I invested in that coach, changed the game. I had to hire my first assistant that month. I had to hire my first intern. That assistant went full time like 6 months later. And then my team just kept growing. My business kept evolving and the client I served kept growing. When I grew and I evolved, that's when I attracted a higher level client. And now I'm signing NDAs and working with billionaires.
Wow. Oh my God.
So I'm just sharing this because
Yeah.
I can do it. Whatever your gift is, you have to hone in on that. And I'm here to serve women and I'm literally using my healing gifts to serve.
Wow.
And it works.
It works. And looking back now from a manifestation energetic perspective, what do you feel like was that shift? Because I know you've shared before you lived in, the same apartment for a long time.
Yeah, I love sharing.
Right?
I lived in that during that time I felt for 20 years I was making no money. So I lived in this, I'll go there. I had a black mold filled apartment. I lived in black mold. I poisoned myself for 17 years.
Obviously didn't know that.
And it was the mold was a gift. All of it was a gift looking back. But at the time I thought this is all I could afford and this is all I'm worthy of. Same thing with relationships. I attracted relationships that were, like attracts like at that time. And then what really shifted it was making those investments in myself. It changed the game. That first coach, next big investment was I invested in a mastermind with 9 other women. It was 2021 and it was $20,000. At that time, it was basically all the money I had. I put it all in. I 10x my income I 10x basically my income that year.
Wow.
Based on investing in myself, I had to become that next level version of myself because I made that investment. I put myself around women who were doing bigger things, showing me what's possible. And after that, I qualified for another mastermind that was, I think $75,000 with coaching. So then
Okay.
it was like a whole nother, and that was like 2 years ago. And so then I had to also become a different woman to be able to, ultimately have that new identity of this is who I am. This is how I move through the world
And match that
and match that
frequency.
frequency. So
Yes.
I just kept in every decision I made when I wasn't ready for even that 20,000. It's like, I'm going to do this investment and I'm going to figure it out. I put it all in and then I had to figure it out. And
You
every
had to.
investment from the 3 to 4, I've 4 homes that I've upgraded since I moved out of the mold department. And that mold department, I had no dishwasher for 17 years. I lived in this vintage, little apartment, and now I'm in a whole different world. But it's just, again, I'm sharing this because I made decisions based on my self-worth and who I wanted to become.
Yeah.
And I still do that to this day. And that's what changes the game for me. And I'm sure many of you, in terms of back to like what I do, investing in your wardrobe, it's the same philosophy. And it's all just deciding, like, I'm worthy of this. This is who I am.
Okay. Your story is so inspiring, Chellie, and I love that you're not afraid to share just all of the details. And I think it is sometimes this limiting belief that people have that we have to be a certain age to start a business, for example, or have enough money or a certain amount of money before we invest, like you said, and sharing that. And also just knowing you now. We only met, I guess it was almost a year ago or less than a year ago. Yeah. And, but just kind of knowing your world more and getting to know you more, it is so inspiring what you've built, the person that you are. I think for me, and, a lot of people listening, it's like you're drawn to people that are spiritually aligned, typically energetically aligned. And I just felt that from you right away. Like your depth, your authenticity, your honesty, and also just how much you care and how connected you are. Like, yes, I love entrepreneurs, but there's a difference to me with entrepreneurs that are just entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs that like have deep purpose, deep mission, like soul mission.
Yes.
And that's what I feel from you. So I guess I would love to hear, like, how was that for you connecting to this is my soul purpose? This is what I'm here to do. And like knowing that deep down inside and then being able to take action with what that looks like.
It was very uncomfortable. Lots, being an entrepreneur, as you ladies know out there, it's not easy. And I tend to make it look pretty and Instagram make it look perfect and all the things. But on the back end, it's deep. It's a deep work on myself to be able to, number one, to be able to attract a higher level woman that I want to work with, I have to become her. And so I put so much pressure on myself of expanding and growing. And speaking of expansion, I think one of the biggest things I did, and I'll share this because many of you can probably relate to this. I lived in Chicago 21 years. I knew my chapter was closing. I could feel it. I could feel constriction. I felt I've done everything here. I have the best clients here. I'm ready for expansion for myself. And I kept for years when I was, living in the mold apartment, I never could afford to move to LA. It was a dream.
So you
go
knew.
to LA. I knew I was meant to go out west.
Okay. For how long?
For 10 years, probably.
Okay.
And the belief just kept holding me back. Like, Chellie, you can't afford this. You're not worthy of this. And then when the year that I had enough money where I could move to LA easily and rent a house in West Hollywood, have my team hire a new team there, I did it. And I did 3 months here to test it out while I kept my condo in Chicago. So I lived in both places. But after 3 months here, I was like, I'm all in. So I went back, worked really hard that spring, moved on August 1st of 2023. And I moved in August with not one client booked
Wow.
in LA or anywhere. I ended up having my biggest month of my career in August because every client in Chicago booked for fall. So I take in my deposits or I pre-book months out.
Okay.
So I had the biggest month of my career.
Wow.
Universe is basically saying, go. You're meant to be here. And the moment I landed in LA and, you know, lived in this home, I just loved everything about my life here. It was like, I'm home. This is it.
Wow.
And then I built my team, which wasn't easy. If any of you have teams, I know how hard it is. And I knew, to support these clients, I had to be supported as an entrepreneur.
Yes.
And then I kept just growing and upgrading. So I would rent these homes for short term, like 5 months, one house, and then like 8 months the next. And then I've been in this home for like a year and a half. And it's like I keep just upgrading my life and my team and my clients. It it is, but if you're thinking of the reason back to the expansion, so I knew for me to grow my business, I had to get out of Chicago. I
Yes.
had to get out
Okay.
of like that. It felt to me like constrictive. Like I did everything. I went to every restaurant. I saw it all. So for me to step out into the unknown and just see what happens has been like, I literally moved here with very few friends. And now I
Yeah.
have the most incredible community of sisters that are family to me. And I did that in less than 2 years.
Such a short time.
But it just, you've got to put yourself in environments where you can grow. So personally, I needed that, like the warmth, the weather, the lifestyle here it aligns with who I am. And then on the other side, the living space, like I just needed more space. And I
Yes.
have created that for myself.
That's such a big thing that I hear is that environment sometimes is a thing that can catapult you into a next space. And especially, I think if you have an intuitive hit, whether it's about moving or anything, and you have that little voice in your head, like you had for
Yes.
10
10
years.
years of like, go.
Yeah.
It's scary though. It
Go.
was,
Getting out of your comfort zone in so many ways.
so many ways. Then on the other side, I expanded in so many ways. And I'm so grateful that I took that risk. I mean, I'm taking risks. I mean, as an entrepreneur every day.
Yes. And also, I think another thing that you said that's so big too is like just doing something before you're ready.
Oh,
And just knowing that this is scary, this is uncomfortable, it's not perfect, I don't have what I think I need, but I'm going to do it anyways. And then what opened up for you when you took that action?
yes, it comes back to you. So ladies, if you're thinking about that move or starting that business, you just have to go for it. Like you have to believe in yourself and no one else is, or you're going to be stuck in whether it's the matrix for the, rest of your life doing the same thing over and over again, or, what's possible for you. I mean, every day I'm just so grateful that I get to wake up, share my gifts, live in purpose. And we all have a gift and you just need to find out what yours is.
Yes.
And go for it.
So like with that trust of when you moved and you didn't have any clients set up,
Yeah.
any friends, didn't know, it was completely in the
blind.
unknown.
Yep.
Were you always somebody that had a lot of trust or was that something that you had to really cultivate?
I cultivated it. I built my, after investing in these masterminds and building my network and community, I had friends all over the country. And so I would reach out to them and I would say, who do you know in LA? Who do I need to know that's your friend? Whether it could be a potential client or a potential new best friend. And I was getting intros, but I was asking for it. They weren't just coming to me. I had to do hard asks. Like, who do you know? That's how I met Danielle Page. I was introduced to
Okay.
Danielle because we had a mutual friend and I said, I I'm moving to LA. And she was moving at the same time. We had a first date and it was like done.
Wow. And that's how we met, through Danielle
through
Page.
Danielle.
Yeah.
So it was like, it was intentional. And this is my the networker.
Yes.
I had to hustle to put myself around. And at the same time, I was hermiting. I was detoxing from the mold, running a business. And at the same time, I was trying to put myself out there and connect with other women and meet people.
Yes.
It was not easy.
Okay. And I love how you're saying asking, because if you just think of manifestation, asking is such a big part of it. But I think there is sometimes this limiting belief of, if I'm asking to connect or asking somebody to introduce me to somebody else, will it feel inauthentic? Will it feel like, I'm just wanting someone to introduce me? But how did you get over that? Or was that a thing for you?
I just knew that I had so much, and to this day, I still am doing this with my network.
Yeah.
But I've worked so hard to build this network all over the country. And these women who know me, if they really know me, like, for them to introduce someone to me, it's a gift to that person.
Yes.
To be in my energy, for us to have an exchange in some way. And when I know someone is for me, when we meet, it's like, just yesterday, I had a first lunch date with my friend Rona, who I met she was on stage speaking. And I followed up with her and I knew we were aligned.
Yeah.
And I said, do you want to come over? I would love to host you. The moment we met, it was like we had been friends, like in past lives.
Forever.
It was like this deep, deep soul connection. And it's like, I know and so it's like, you just never know. And you have to put yourself out there and you have nothing to lose. What is someone's going to say? No.
So
fine.
true.
That's not meant for you. Move on to the next one.
Yes. And so do you have any rules, or is it mostly intuitive as far as like, how much networking you do, or as you're planning out your schedule? Obviously, as a business owner, we wear so many hats, like how much time you're spending networking or meeting people, or do you just flow?
No, it's really hard. Cause like even last year I had a publicist that booked 2 big events for me. That one was in Miami, it was a partnership, and the other was in New York. And these weren't just small time events. I probably invested in each one, maybe $15,000 with her fee and my team's flights, hotels, everything. So I was probably in like 20 some $1,000s total, and just my time alone.
Yep.
And those events, the one in Miami, the event didn't pay off, but while I was in Miami, I met a gentleman who's a concierge for high net worth individuals.
Okay.
Less than a year later, he introduced me to my dream client. So it was just putting myself in other cities, putting myself out there.
Yes.
Which is investing in the publicist or the travel, or that, of course, my hermit in me doesn't want to leave my house. You know that.
That's like my Cancer and the 2
and
energy.
I just don't want to. But the only way for me to grow and expand and connect with more people in person is like getting out and doing events. And I think 2026, for all of you entrepreneurs, the number one thing is people are right now there's a loneliness epidemic.
Yes.
And in-person events are everything. Everyone's seeking them. So in 2026, I'm going to be hosting more larger scale events to bring women together and to share my gifts. And so it is uncomfortable. So I'm trying, and my team, like the past month have been planning our schedule, and I'm very careful about maybe once a quarter I could do one. Because it takes so much of my energy for the travel, the preparation. Then I can come back and hermit and then prepare for the next one.
Spacing it out so it feels
if you don't
balanced.
Plan for it, it's not going to happen.
So true.
You've got to put that. And I kept getting pings about in person. I would see other women doing it, and it was a sign that if I'm seeing myself doing that, I need to make a move on it.
100%.
And of course it's uncomfortable and it's a huge investment, but it's the only way for me to grow and expand is investing in myself.
Yes. It's like that energetic investment. It's the time investment. It's all of it. But when you put focus and energy in that direction, Yes.
not work.
It can't
It
not
can't not
work.
work. Yes.
That's the mantra.
Yes. And it literally, you're telling me like, this is what I'm focused on and it's going
Yes.
to grow.
And that's the embodiment of it, is listening to
certain.
those pings. Yeah. And like you said, like just doing it anyways and not having a plan B, just
It's going to be a
having.
huge success. There's no other option.
Yes. So, as far as the way that you help women transform, I would love to get into that a little
Oh
bit.
boy.
Yes.
Yes.
So you have your method, and I love how you were able to put it together in a method so that you could convey it. Cause that's a lot of
Yes.
times what, you know, a lot of my clients and different friends and also myself have trouble with when you help somebody transform or they experience this massive miracle that sometimes is so spiritual, so energetic, so felt, like deeply felt.
Yep.
I think it can be really hard sometimes to put that in words or convey that message.
Absolutely. And it still is.
Okay.
For me, it's still like the messaging and the way that I'm conveying it. It doesn't do it justice, and it might never do it justice. And that's okay. I'm just I would say I struggle with, I can use this analogy here, the 3D. So I have to use 3D language in my selling.
Yes.
To attract the client, but then I'm doing like 5D healing work.
Yes.
Through the work that I do with clients. And I'm sure many of you can relate to that too, where you have to call in people that are, you know, in the masses that you can transform and you can serve, but you have to use language that they will accept.
Yes. And understand. Right, yes. Yes. And that's such an art and a gift. Yeah.
It's not perfect. Of course, I want this perfect one pager, but the work I do can't be even put into one page. It's so, and this is the other thing, I've hired 5 messaging coaches and I'm still struggling with it. So it's never, don't do that anymore. I'm taking a break from that, but it's so hard. And then to keep.
Yeah. But you do a great job. And I think also it is an experience. And that's how I feel. And with my work with Kundalini, it's like, it's an experience of yourself. You literally feel your true self. And it's similar.
Yes.
But it's when you're actually experiencing it that you can fully understand what the experience is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but for you, I do love how you have your method and you're so clear. So I think it would be fun for you to just quickly share it.
So it's, you know, I've been doing this 3-step, less than 30 days transformation for 4 years. And I also want to share how it sort of began, because a lot of entrepreneurs are like, well, I don't know how to put together my service package, or what should I sell?
Yes.
Like I saw, after doing these 3 steps hourly, I saw a transformation if they did all 3. So that's when my coach put it together and was like, this is what you're going to sell. And these 3 steps, not only were they getting a transformation, I was obsessed with each step. Like I loved delivering that work.
Yes.
To me, it's not work. It's my flow. It's my zone of genius. So you need to find what your zone of genius is and then figure out how to package it so you can give that transformation to someone. That's the magic, because I literally could do this all day long. I'm so obsessed with it. As you can tell, like I get literally physically lit up by it. So we start, when a client onboards with me, we start their journey with their closet edit, no matter where they're in the world. Last year, I was actually in the Philippines right now, working with a new client. My biggest international client, physically in the Philippines, editing her wardrobe.
So sometimes you edit online and sometimes in person. No.
For the big one-on-one, my magic, we've got to be in person.
Always in person.
It's an energetic where I'm spending the day getting to know them, their bodies, their home, their environment, what's holding them back.
Yes.
Is basically, I'm getting information with them. We're editing every item in their wardrobe. Typically, my clients are coming to me for an entire new elevated transformer, like a whole new wardrobe, right?
Yes.
So we're letting go of all the past versions of themselves, which a lot of women have a very hard time letting go of. They're holding on to oh, that was me a few years ago, but I'm just going to keep it. And no, let that shit go. You
Yes.
cannot step into your next level while you're holding on to anything that's your past self.
Okay.
It's deep purging.
Purge.
It has to be done before we can move on to me bringing in the next level pieces.
Okay. Do you have any like hard, fast rules, like Marie Kondo style, that helps people? Like, should I keep this or should I let it go?
For anyone out there, it's very uncomfortable and it's very confronting for a lot of women because you've spent money on these pieces. You've invested in them. Many of them might have tags on them. You've never worn them, but they bring up so much anxiety and shame that you bought them. But what do? I'm getting this information. Like, who is she? Where is her baseline right now? Because then my job is to hold the vision and push her out of her comfort zone into her next level. I'm styling this woman 3 to 5 years out, who she is becoming. Because when she dresses as the woman she's becoming in 3 to 5 years, all of those things she wants to attract come to her 10 times faster. I'm collapsing time.
So that's one of your gifts, is to see almost beyond what somebody could see for themselves.
Exactly.
Yes.
Whatever's holding them back. I can't wear this color. I can't show this part of my body. My job is to set them free to wear what's authentic to who they've become and catch their wardrobe. These women have built huge businesses. They have big lives, but their wardrobe has not caught up to who they've become. My job is to not only catch them up, but push them out of their zone. So this happens in their closet, and it's a very powerful session, and it's deep work. This is all a personal development journey that I take women on. Next step, they give me permission to source everything they need for their wardrobe. This I source from all over the world. Anything that's best for the client, I can bring in for them. And I bring it into my style studio in LA. The client comes 2 weeks later for her shop day. This is probably going to be one of the best days of her life. She gets to experience her body and who she is in a way she's never experienced before. Oftentimes there's tears. They look in the mirror. They don't recognize this woman.
Wow.
They're in things they never thought they could wear, but they're now obsessed with. They're like, wait, I thought I could never wear shorts, Chellie. I look amazing. And I'm there to support them and say, yes, you do. This is what's possible for you. And then we do that with every category, from their work clothes to their casual mom clothes to their athleisure. We have shoes, bags. We start with a bra fitting. Everything is right there in this sacred style studio for them to experience themselves in a way they never have before. It is a wild day.
Wow. It's so emotional, I imagine.
And they're in it, and they can't go back to that past version because we've let it go. They must step into this. And then
that makes sense, because clothes are such a physical reminder of that you see every day and that you wear and are touching your body of, this is who I am. This is how I'm representing myself. So it's this physical manifestation of, I can't go back now. No, how could I go back?
You can't. Those things you want, because some women I've found, if I leave some of their old things in there, they will naturally, as like human nature, you will go back to that because it's safe, because it's comfortable. But as their coach and their guide, I'm here to remind them, you're better than that. Do not do that. Stop it.
So if somebody's thinking about, should I keep this piece or not, just kind of quickly going back to the edit for a second, is there anything that you're now trained to look for or that you're aware of that shows, you know what, somebody is holding on to their old identity and this is how I can feel if it is?
You want to pull it out on a rolling rack. You want to get it out of your space so you can actually see it, and just by category. So say we start with tank tops. And all of a sudden you see like 15 black tank tops. They're all the same-ish. You don't need 15. You need 1 or 2. So we need to let go of the other 10, 12 that no longer serve you, that aren't, you're getting rid of that clutter. Every category you're seeing. I had one client, I walked in her closet in Tennessee. She had over 100 Veronica Beard blazers.
Stop.
100. My assistant walked in and was like, you got to see this. And these aren't from like 20 years ago. These are 3-4 years old. she just kept getting sold the same thing over and over again. And she thought that was her style. So she kept buying it and buying it. Half of them had tags on them. And I said, Melissa, what were you doing? And she thought, this was my style. They told me this is what looked good on me. And so what I did, so ladies, I'm using that as an example of, I know there are things that you just keep buying the same over and over again. Denim, you may have 80 pairs of denim, you need 4. Whatever it is, you've got to have this real, like, honest conversation with yourself of like, what am I doing here? You're over consuming and it's killing your style. So edit through, if you have this item, if it's dated, if you touch it and it doesn't fit right or feel good, and if it's not representing who you're becoming 5 years from now, if it's not that energy, it's gone. I'd rather you have a tiny rolling rack of things that fit you, that feel good for you, rather than an entire closet of just stuff.
Yes.
So please, I know in your closet right now, I want you to get rid of at least half of your wardrobe. You're going to feel clearer. You're going to have better style. You're going to get ready quicker. And you're going to realize you didn't wear it. You're not wearing 80% of it anyways. So just let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
And then when you're styling these people in their new identity, and when you're connecting to, okay, this is my new identity. This is how it feels. This is how I wear something and feel like the next version of myself. How are you tapping into that feeling, that energy for people?
Yeah, we take it slow. So we start with a digital lookbook. So they receive their entire wardrobe is digitized. And when I shop with a client and give them a new capsule, every item I bring in, I must be able to style it for that season 5 to 7 ways, or I do not show it to her.
Oh.
Okay. It needs to go. Also, most of my clients work and then they also have lifestyle. I create a capsule that can go both ways. My clients don't have a work section and a separate section for like going out. It's all this, would buy fewer things, but higher quality, fit their bodies better, that reflect who they are. And I show them through the work of their album. They then take selfies almost daily to show me what they're doing and what they're wearing. So it's the accountability factor, which a lot of women need, because you, again, every morning you have that choice and now you've invested in your wardrobe. You need to wear it. A lot of women are like, oh, this is for a special day. I'm like, no, today's the day.
Today is the special day.
Put that outfit on that you've dusted off. I know so many of you ladies can relate to this. You're waiting to wear that beautiful sweater or that beautiful top. Like, what are you waiting for? You can always get another one in the future once that one wears out.
Yes.
So I really just help coach them every day and making better choices and showing up differently. And then my clients start getting, then the outside world is giving them proof. They're getting stopped incessantly and given compliments. Like whether they go on an airplane, I had one client have literally in one afternoon on flying, she got like 10 compliments. She's like, Chellie, this is almost embarrassing. I look so good that people, they're just flocking to me and telling me. And so then they're getting that reassurance of like, this is working. They're attracting things, you know?
Well, it is more visibility. It's an action, right? And then you have to receive the visibility. So you have to be okay getting the compliments and being fully seen, which can be uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable. And I want to hit on something very important that is something that each of you can relate to, is the safety. So I make sure my clients feel safe in each of these pieces. Like they feel they can pull it off, but yet it's still on the edge of their comfort zone. Because if we don't have safety in our wardrobe, it's not going to work for us.
Yeah.
We're not going to want to wear it. And it's not going to give us that confidence. It's this combination of back to like the nervous system, which everybody's talking about. If you're not wearing something that aligns authentically with you, when you do wear something that is authentic, like today I'm in an outfit that's so me, I could wear this anywhere.
Yes, I love the outfit. Can you just kind of show the boots for our YouTubers and like, look at this.
Like this is so normal and easy for me, but this, I feel safe. So that in turn helps tell my body and my nervous system, I'm safe to be me. I'm safe to share my message. A lot of my clients want to be more visible.
Yes.
They're buying these clothes to represent the woman they're becoming. You've got to feel comfortable and safe before you can then speak your truth, share your gifts, whether it's on stories, on stage, or walking into a dinner with your partner. You've got to feel that. And so, ladies, I know in your closet you have things that give you that feeling and that energy of safety. Wear them on repeat. It's my game, the name of the game is outfit repeating with my clients.
Yes. I love your message of outfit
Yeah,
repeating and giving people permission. Like, it's okay if you take a picture
Twice,
3
times.
in the same outfit. Because I love how you will wear similar outfits or the same outfits to like big networking events or big, even weddings, right? Or events.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And of course, I mean, now, of course, I could go buy an outfit for every event, but why do that when I love the pieces that I have? I'm saving money. I'm building more rapport and trust with my audience because I'm literally the stack. I wear my Dylan Lex stack every day.
Yes. Her necklaces.
I could go out and buy jewelry. I could wear a new necklace every day if I wanted.
Yeah.
I don't want to. This is so easy for me to get dressed. I literally know I can get dressed in 5 minutes every day.
Yes.
And you don't need to buy something new constantly. Get out of this cycle. And the work I do and what I share is helping women get off the hamster wheel. Society is telling you you're not good enough unless you wear this label. I don't care what the label says. I care about the fit, the quality, the energetics that it gives you. And just stopping that buying cycle that we're all just brainwashed to believe is going to make us more successful or more beautiful. It's a lie.
It's a lie. And I think your approach and the way that you just live and teach your clients how to live is a really nice balance of being outside of the matrix doesn't mean that you don't put on makeup or you don't get dressed or you don't care about what you wear. It means that you're doing it intentionally. You're doing it with mindfulness. You're doing it in a way that's authentic. And yes, you can have beautiful pieces and dress really well, but you don't have to be this consumer that's, living in a lack consciousness. To me, this is just the embodiment of abundance as far as it relates to your wardrobe and your style.
It is. I think it's the greatest act of self-love is getting dressed every day.
Yes.
And making it a ritual. And I'm obsessed with it. And it's changed my life, my team's life. And I know this is what I'm here to share. And I hope every woman feels, and it took me back to body dysmorphia. I spent most of my 20s and 30s, my skinny years, like feeling fat.
Wow.
And I look back energetically, like I wouldn't want to go out many nights because I felt big or I felt like I needed a new outfit. I felt not good enough unless I bought something new. I was constantly shopping, looking for that next thing. And now I feel in my 40s, like I feel more confident, more safe in my body because I love the clothes. They reflect me. And it's not about how much money I spend on them. And it's not the quantity. It's who I've become. And the clothes just are a reflection of me. And I want that for every woman because I know what it's like to not want to leave the house because you don't feel good in your body because of the clothes that you've been choosing.
Yes, it's so real.
And I know we all struggle with the dysmorphia. I have size zeros that are just as dysmorphic as my size 22s.
Wow.
We all struggle. And I've struggled with it my whole life. And I just want to set women free to stop caring about the size.
Yes.
I mean, that could be a whole podcast we could do on size.
Well, I love that you talk about that. And obviously, if you're not following Chellie, you have to find her on Instagram. But I love how you talk about it's not about the size. It's about that you feel good and all sizes are different and just the body safety of it too. And like with my work and when I think about it energetically, it is the root chakra and it's the nervous system and it's a lot of healing. Like I imagine you've done such great healing to heal through the body dysmorphia. And now that's able to be reflected, but you went inward.
I had to do it myself.
Yeah. And I know you're a big meditator and you've done such deep inner work.
Deep work. All the medicines,
Yes.
Kabbalah, to be magnetic. I've done all the work, all the things, all the retreats. I've traveled the world seeking my own, finding my medicine. And then I get to pour that into myself and then channel it to my clients.
Yes. So that body safety, it obviously starts from within, but then it is where you are checking in with people and people can check in with themselves. Do I feel safe in this outfit? Is it reflecting safety? But like you said, on the edge a little bit of
pushing you out of your comfort.
Yeah. Okay. So then what is the final step?
Oh, the final step is I love to talk about the tailoring aspect of the shop session.
Okay.
So every item I'm checking the fit on the client, making sure it's perfect. And at the end of the appointment, I bring in one of the top seamstresses in LA. She tailors every garment that needs tailoring to fit their body perfectly. Ladies, there's so many misconceptions around tailoring. It's only for men. I can't afford it. You can go to a dry cleaner and get a hem done for $20. Okay. Having or taking up the shoulder, taking in the waist, whatever you need to do. You have so many garments in your closet right now that just need a little tailoring, tweaking to make them look like a well-fitted garment that feels good on your body. So this is my other big thing.
Okay.
Go in your closet, try things on, take them to a tailor, invest in tailoring. You don't need to go buy new clothes. Just alter what you have.
That's a big thing, I think. Yeah, with size, it's like, well, am I wanting
expecting these ready to wear garments to fit your body perfectly? Ladies, they're not going to.
Yes.
They're never going to. So I know you're doing these revolve hauls, you're buying, thousands of dollars of pieces, and then you're like, oh, it doesn't fit right. You can take that garment if you love it, you can size up, tailor down, whatever you need to do. And then for a $25 investment, it can look like a designer piece and fit your body perfectly. So tailoring is key. We do that for our clients. And then we have the digital style book is like our final deliverable of like what they get.
This is all so helpful. And I think just even the tailoring aspect and the third step of your method, right?
Yep.
Yes. Third step of the method is something that sometimes can be in our mind as far as a limiting belief that I'm not worthy, or like you said, it's too expensive, but it's these little tweaks in our mindset and being educated and understanding that if I just take this piece to get tailored and have it feel, best, then what is that going to do for my life, for the way that I feel and my safety and manifestation? This is so, so, so helpful.
Yes. Go get tailoring done. You deserve it. Yes.
And I know you're big on habit stacking too.
Oh, yes.
And like wearing certain things for certain times. So I know you're big on matching workout outfits, right?
Oh, yes.
So maybe talk a little bit about.
I love a good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, your workout will be better when you love your outfit you're working out in. Ladies, get really high quality workout gear. Invest in like 2 to 3 sets that you love, you feel great in. Wear them over and over again. You don't need 50 sets. This is not. So I know when I love and I feel safe in these workout sets, doing the workouts I'm doing, I have more energy. I have a better workout and I feel better about myself. So this is your sign to invest in athleisure that feels good for you.
Yes. And then no athleisure anywhere else, really.
Anywhere else.
And you said you find a lot of women have a lot of resistance to
Yes.
Like,
ladies, I know there's so much resistance around putting an outfit on every day. And I think it's the one thing, if you can leave, this podcast with something, it's every day you need to get your hot ass dressed as the woman you're becoming, not the past version of yourself. So that means putting something on that represents who you're becoming, and it signals to your body and your brain that you are here to work today. I get dressed every day by 9 a.m. when my team arrives. I'm in a full outfit as though I'm seeing my top client. And oftentimes I'm just seeing my team, but it shifts you into that mindset of, I'm going to be more productive. I'm here. I'm going to be more focused. I'm here to work today. And then around 6 p.m., I drop down into my comfy cozies and it signals to my brain, it's time to relax. Now you can eat dinner. You can enjoy your evening. So there's I mean, there's science, it's science backed.
Yeah.
We want to compartmentalize these changes.
Yes.
So get out of that work. I know you're working out in the morning. Most of you are just keeping those workout outfits on, the stretchy cozies all day long. But when you put an outfit on that signals to you, like I'm here to work, it's going to improve your day. You'll make better food choices. Everything about your day will improve. I guarantee it. And I challenge you to do this for 30 days and watch how it changes your life.
Love this. And tag us.
Tag us. We're watching you.
Well, it is accountability. And like you said, there is a science to it. There is a reason why if you work at a top law firm or a Fortune 500 company, like that's what I did for so much of my early years in business. And I had to wear high heels every day. I had to wear a suit. And yes, I kind of resented that. And I went through a period where I didn't want anything to do with that. But what I've found now is that masculine structure, because it is structure, it is more masculine, can be supportive if you do it in a way that's aligned. And I think like as entrepreneurs or as people that are creating aligned lives for ourselves, we have to do this in a way that feels good, but we can still keep structure and masculine energy to support us, to help us to really thrive. And I think that's a lot of times a reason why people need a boss or need to work for a company or a firm, because, a lot of people need other people to do the structure for them. But if we can just do it for ourselves, you can implement these small changes, these little things that help you. And that's how, you've created this beautiful life and business for yourself. That's how we can get out of the matrix and really do it in a way that feels best for us. Beautiful. Well, these are so many gold nuggets that you share. And Chellie is an expander. And I think the way that you've grown so fast and really done it against all odds, like you said, you didn't have savings.
No, I didn't have a husband.
Yes.
I didn't have family money. I did this all myself and I believed in myself and I'm just beginning.
Yes. You're continuing to evolve every day.
Every damn day.
And I also love how you have your, way that you work with clients. And then you also have a membership, right?
Yes. There's only two ways that I work: the one-on-one, high touch. And then I also have this incredible membership that I'm madly obsessed with. It's called the Style Society. And I have hundreds of women from all over the world in this membership. And this is a membership for someone who is on her own style journey and she is ready to invest a small amount every month in her style. She is ready to invest time and energy in evolving and growing her style. This is the perfect membership. And I deliver style boards every month. The information and the codes that I'm giving my one-on-one clients every month based on the season, I'm giving this to my members. And it's this place to, different than say like Pinterest where you're pinning, like, I like this outfit, I want this or whatever. Those never come to fruition. This membership, I'm giving you a container where I'm holding you accountable for doing the work. I'm coaching you and teaching you every month on how to do better, how to ultimately have this functional wardrobe that represents who you're becoming. And I do that via style boards, and we have a monthly masterclass. So you have access to me every month. And it's a community of like-minded women who are all on the same path and journey of evolving and knowing that they deserve more from their style. And style isn't innate. We feel like women were born with style. It's not the case. Yes. I hate to be the one to share this, but I was born with it. It's in my, this is what I was sent here to do, but most of you aren't. And so this is where you need to invest time and energy in growing it. And I'm giving you all the tools to do so in this membership. So the Style Society is a very special place where you can grow, work with me in a very unique capacity.
It's so incredible that you have that, because we all have our zones of genius and we all have our different gifts, and you're pouring your energy into your gifts, but getting the support that you need and having other people that have their divine gifts support you, especially with something like what you're wearing and how you're showing up every day. And also, like you said, to just be surrounded with other people who care about it and who are thinking about this and have this top of mind and are practicing it and embodying it is so helpful, right? Because we can forget about it sometimes. We get busy and we're like, we just have our mind in a bunch of different places.
So that's my special place, the Style Society. Come join us.
I'm so glad that you created that.
Yeah, I love it. I'm madly obsessed. And the women are just, there's so many different types of women, entrepreneurs, stay-at-home moms. It doesn't matter what you're doing. We all have, the similar interest of wanting to do better and wanting more from our wardrobe. You're spending money every month. You're wasting money, time, energy, and this helps give you exactly what you need to create a game plan and stick with it.
Yes. No, it does take a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to follow all these fashion bloggers
and then return all these things.
Oh,
it's exhausting.
It is. So yeah, just having help and support. And I think that's a big thing is receiving support and knowing. Yes.
Okay.
You are worthy to receive support. And this, like you said, and like you've experienced, and I have too, and so many people, you're going to get a return on your investment when it comes to your wardrobe and how you're showing up. Even like, I know a big thing for you is getting dressed when you travel. Or for me, I've started and kind of translated that to like, I get dressed before I drop my kids off to school. Part of me could say, who cares what people think of me? I'm just walking my kid to her program or dropping her off. But it's a different mindset.
It represents who you are. And it also is a representation of your child. And you're teaching her about self-worth and how you feel about yourself through your wardrobe. It's really powerful.
Okay, this has been so amazing. And obviously we could go on, but you just have to follow Chellie and work with her. And it is just this energy that you're emitting. But I think just to wrap it all up, what is the biggest transformation that you see in your clients? Is there anything else that can like motivate somebody? Yeah. Like what else are they seeing transform?
Oh gosh. I mean, they're attracting higher level partners because their self-worth has raised. When you invest in yourself, other people want to invest in people who invest in themselves. And I think when you raise your frequency, you're going to attract a higher level partner, and you can do that through style. Financially, I have clients who now they charge more, they make more money because they've invested in their style, and people want to work with them, and they know that they're representing like who they're becoming. And it shifts their energy. They're like, I'm worthy of this. Like I can charge this amount. I think those are the biggest, make more money, attract higher level, attract whatever you want in life. I mean, you become a magnet. You're literally out there. People are feeling your energy and what you're emitting. And when you raise your frequency with your wardrobe, you're going to attract all the things you want 10 times faster.
So true. And I was sharing with Chellie before this that there was a time after I had my, I think it was second baby. Yeah. And a little bit with my first baby too, where I just wasn't spending time on my makeup and my hair. I wasn't really putting time and energy into my outfits. I went through these spiritual awakenings of letting a lot go from my old self. And it just wasn't able to be matched in my outside wardrobe and way I presented myself yet. So if you've experienced that yourself, it is common, it's natural, it's normal. But I think knowing that you can reinvent your wardrobe and your style.
And at any age, I did a 68-year-old transformation this year. And it was so powerful. So it doesn't matter your age or your size, ladies. You can do this at any point, at any age.
That's so incredible. And just even more aligned, like you continue to evolve it. More aligned, right?
Yeah. Wardrobe is just another tool to help you do it faster.
Another tool in the toolbox. Yeah.
Collapsing time.
Collapsing the timeline. Quantum leaping.
Quantum leaping is all happening with style.
So good. All right. So we're going to go into our rapid fire questions here. My favorite. So what is lighting you up most right now?
Right now, lighting me up, I am planning some in-person events. And I'm really excited about reconnecting with my community, my members from all over the country. And it's lighting me up creating these events. And I can't wait to experiencing them soon.
In Chicago,
in Chicago, LA.
Maybe in LA.
Yes. And potentially my South Florida and just some other, I need to just, get out there more. And it gives me life to like do in-person events.
Yes. And what practice or ritual are you loving at the moment?
I just did my first Joe Dispenza retreat recently. So I've been on a Joe Dispenza, train.
Yeah.
So I've been doing his meditations almost every day. and they're incredible. So I highly recommend his meditations.
What does living in tune mean to you?
Living in tune means to me like embodying my most authentic self. And for me, it's like showing through my wardrobe who I am, what's real for me right now, and expressing myself fully every day so that I can feel safe and confident in my body to use my voice, share my gifts, and really show people who I really am.
And then if you had a microphone in your hand and the whole world was listening,
Yes.
What would be one message that you would share?
The message I live by: get your hot ass dress today. Friends, this is your chance. Every day you have a choice, and I want you to choose better. I want you to put something on that lights you the F up, that feels in alignment with who you're becoming, and watch how the world responds. Do this for 30 days. Watch how it changes your life. Trust me.
I'm so excited to see transformation. And I just can only imagine how rewarding it is for you to see it in real time, in person, with these women.
It's an honor. It's such an honor. And I can't believe I get to do this.
Yes. It's so beautiful. So where can people find you?
Oh, yes. I hang out on the gram at Chellie Carlson, and it's Chellie with a C. So it's a little funky. CHELL Carlson.
Amazing. And we'll put it below. We'll put links.
Come say hi.
Yes. To your Style Society.
Yes.
And then if somebody wants to work with you, it's just like an application process.
Yeah, there's an application process on my website.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for sharing everything that you did, Chellie. I'm so honored to have you on the podcast. And I know that this was such a powerful transmission that people can take so much away from. And, you know, I'm constantly loving. I feel like you and I are so aligned in so many ways. It's like the inner transformation, the outer transformation. It's so connected. And just being a light worker, it's a testament to how we connected, that you do attract people that are in alignment, that are, you know, here to do similar things in the world. So thank you so much, love. And see you guys
till next time.
Till next time. Satnam.
Satnam.
Yay! Thank you for stepping through the portal with me today. If you loved this episode, I would so appreciate you leaving a review and email it to podcast@intunebybrit.com to grab my free spiritual CEO guide, ChatGPT prompts for content and daily schedules and checklists, and my morning ritual checklist to help you to stay aligned and in flow. Come back for the next episode and let's keep rising, expanding, and flowing together through the portal. Satnam, lots of love.